Here are 5 things to focus on this week in GTA Online. This will include some of the most important things that you probably want to complete before this event week refreshes on October 8th. So without any further ado, let's dive into the video. To begin with, we have to start off with the weekly challenge. There is some good reasons to complete this. First of all, it will have a double payout, getting you $200,000 after completing it. It will also have a clothing unlock tied to it for the brown vintage zombie mask, and probably the main reason to complete it this week is to eventually unlock the Vinewood Undead collection. This Vinewood Undead collection is not tied to the specific event, and instead will be over the next month all the way through Halloween. So if you complete the first 3 weeks of weekly challenges this month, this is how you unlock this Undead collection, which will include the Slasher Clown outfit, the Please Stop Me mask, the Vinewood Zombie tee, and the Skulls livery for the Mammoth Avenger. So it is 100% worth completing this weekly challenge, especially if you like your clothing unlocks. And the weekly challenge this week is extremely fast. It will roughly take you around 5 minutes to complete it. I just loaded up the KO Preco survival, survived 2 waves of this survival without dying, and the weekly challenge was completed. Extremely easy. Definitely do this before the new event rolls around. Next up, in terms of bonus money from the event, this week has one thing in particular that really stands out and easily has the potential to make you millions of dollars. It will be the double money and RP on the bunker cell missions. Alongside this, if you do not have a bunker, it will also have a 30% off, and it will also include its upgrades and modifications. So a perfect time to try and get a bunker, or even just change locations of your bunker if you don't like where your bunker is currently located. And yeah, in terms of making money with the bunker, it is really simple. Probably one of the best businesses in GTA Online. One of the easiest possible ways to run this completely solo is to buy 1 bar of supplies for $75,000, wait around 2 hours for the supplies to turn into stock, and with the double money bonus, it will get you around $400,000. The main reason to run the bunker like this for solo players really comes down to the sell missions, specifically the sell vehicles. 1 bar of supplies will normally just get you 1 sell vehicle, making the sell mission extremely easy and fast. And if you go over this 75,000 supply, you will be looking at multiple vehicles, and quite unfortunately, the bunker's sell timer did not increase like we saw with the MC businesses. Some of the sell missions will still be doable, while others might not be doable at all. No matter how you guys decide to run the bunker, it will still make you a ton of cash. It is definitely something that you probably want to focus on the most this week. And in terms of the other bonuses from the event, the only other thing that I would really suggest would probably be the KO Preco survival, and the only reason I would ever play this again is really just waiting around for the bunker to generate stock. I don't think it's a bad survival, I still think it is really fun, but it can get really difficult, especially if you go to the endless waves. But then again, if you like a challenge, this will be a really nice thing to do. Something else for those of you who love collectibles in GTA Online will be the jack-o'-lanterns that have returned with this event. To find these things fast, you can either use an external website, for example GTA Lens. This will show all of the jack-o'-lantern locations, very useful if you want to collect all 200 of them, or if you only want to find 10 of them to get the horror pumpkin mask. I would probably just recommend going over to the top of the city, around the hills, and looking around this area. Collecting 10 jack-o'-lanterns in 1 day will of course get you the horror pumpkin mask and $50,000, and then collecting all 200 of these things will get you a special clothing t-shirt and an additional cash reward. Now, with this being a sort of Halloween themed month, I would probably expect these things to continue through the next few event weeks, but just in case they don't and for some reason Rockstar remove them, it might be worth collecting some of these things. Even just getting this cash reward for collecting 10 of them is still pretty nice, and it is also a good way to kill some time if you have a bunker completely set up with some supplies. Another thing worth focusing on this week, and pretty much every single event week, will be the event week money methods. As usual, these things can make you a really nice portion of cash. So we do have the new FIB priority file, which is called the Project Breakaway file. So if you already have a garment factory, you will be able to access these things, and for an additional bonus on top, to make sure that you are always getting the most cash, you want to make sure that you complete these challenges. Following the FIB priority file, we also got the new salvage yard robberies. You can complete the podium robbery for the LM87, the gangbanger robbery for the Albany Roosevelt Valor, and the Duggan robbery for the Albany Hermes. Completing all 3 of these things throughout the entire week will get you around $1 million. And the last event week money method will be the time trials, always a really nice fast source of income, and once they're done, they are done for the week, so you won't have to stress out about completing them. In these type of videos, I always suggest these event week money methods, and I would also include the weekly challenge, but we have already mentioned that. But yeah, that $200,000 for doing it is also a solid addition. The final thing that you might want to focus on as well will be a little bit different, sort of veering off from the money methods, and it will be focusing on getting the free cars. So first of all, the new casino podium vehicle. This is called the JB700W. You can win this by spinning the lucky wheel. I'm also pretty convinced that if you spin the lucky wheel and close your game, before the lucky wheel stops and lands on something, you can relaunch your GTA application and you should be able to spin it again. Repeat that until you get the vehicle, although it might take you a few attempts. The second free vehicle was inside the LS car meet for the prize ride. This one is called the BF Weevil. Honestly, not a bad car, and because it costs over $1 million, I would still say it is worth trying to get. Alongside that, the challenge tied to this is probably one of the easiest ones to complete, because all that you need to do is win in the LS car meet series for 3 days in a row. So you can come dead last if you really want to, and get the BF Weevil for completely free. Another reason to potentially get the BF Weevil is the fact it will be a Benny's car, so if you do manage to get this, you can take it over to Benny's and upgrade it to the Weevil Custom. It's not bad for a free car, however, I don't think it's too practical. If you have driven the BF Weevil before, you will know that this thing does not really have too much traction, and the only thing really going for this is its top speed. So yeah, that will be 5 things that you probably want to focus on this week in GTA Online. Over the next few days, I will have a video on some of the things that you don't want to miss out, including the rest of the event week stuff. So just in case you forget or something like that, I will be highlighting some of the best things so that you can get them in time for the new event. But yeah, anyways, what do you think about this event? I do really like this one. I love it when it is these Halloween themed ones. At some point, we could probably expect the UFOs to return as well, so another really nice thing. And even the Ghosts Exposed event. I do have some information about this one, so I might make a short very soon of what we can expect with that. Obviously, last year, the Ghosts Exposed event was quite a surprising one because we had that character called Dom, who we saw in story mode. And that will be no different from the Ghosts Exposed event this year, just with a different character. But yeah, make sure to leave a comment below and let me know what you think about these money methods and even different collectibles. Have you got all of these jack-o'-lanterns yet? And if you have, how long did it take you to collect all 200? Also, let me know what you think about these bunker cell missions. Do you have a bunker? And how much have you made overall from your bunker as well? Another thing that I am really excited to try out again will be the Ludendorff Cemetery Survival, and I do think Rockstar have mentioned this in one of their Newswire posts. And I also don't know about you guys, but I really hate the fact that Rockstar removed these things, like the KO Preco Survival and Ludendorff Cemetery Survival. At this point in the game's lifecycle, just keep them in the game, because I'm sure many people actually do not even get to experience them. Maybe there is some new players playing GTA Online for the first time, maybe getting ready for GTA 6, and because they started just a little bit too late, they completely miss out on playing some of these really fun survivals. And yeah, with that being said, that will do it for this video. If you went on to enjoy this or found it useful in any way, shape or form, all I ask from you is a like on this video. I really do appreciate your support. And if you are new to the channel and like what you see, subscribe and hit that bell icon to never miss a video. Finally guys, stay safe, thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.